It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. How's your day going? How's your month going? It's June now. And if you happen to catch yesterday's show, we mentioned a very special thing we are doing throughout the course of the month of June, which is graduation celebration. We realized that all the students who worked so hard didn't really get to have the graduation that they worked for and deserved. So what we want to do throughout the course of the month on this show is recognize and celebrate those high school and college graduates who did that incredible work, who just really deserve to have their name and their face and their picture out there so everybody can see and celebrate them for their accomplishments. And what we're going to do this month is we're going to have stories, we're going to have the pictures like I mentioned of graduates, we're going to have some fun facts about graduation, inspirational quotes. It's going to be a graduation themed month here on the East Daily Download. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into the first story and we'll be back in a little bit here with more of graduation celebration on the East Daily Download.
It's been incredible watching how many people come from all over the place.
And what they're coming for is craft beer, brewed inside this old car dealership in downtown Tarboro.
It's a great place. I mean, it's helping revitalize downtown.
This is a very family-friendly spot.
The spot is Tarboro Brewing Company. The name is simple, but it means a lot to owner Inez Ribostello.
I love Tarboro so much. I'm kind of obnoxious about Tarboro.
How does one get in the beer business in Tarboro, North Carolina?
Well, my husband and I are both wine people, but you're not going to grow grapes in Tarboro.
And Inez and her husband bought the building back in 2008, not knowing what it would become. But the focus turned to beer after seeing the big business breweries were doing in other towns in eastern North Carolina.
We'd been watching what Duck Rabbit had done for Farmville and then watched what Mother Earth was doing for Kinston.
And after securing investors, fundraising, and receiving grant money, the brewery opened in early 2016. First a brewing and canning operation to sell their beer statewide. Then a few months later came the tap room.
People will travel for beer. Yep. That's been really great. And Greenville is so good to us, Roanoke Rapids.
But it's those from Tarboro who make this place what it is. People like Michael Harris and his family.
You know, it's one of the things a lot of people don't think about, you know, having a family with, you know, going out and, you know, having a beer. But they've really been able to pull it together and really make a family atmosphere. And, you know, it's a safe place. You feel, you know, happy that the kids can come and play games and have fun. But yet you can still have some adult time.
We were not planning to do a tap room, right. But in the 6 years that it took us to get open, the landscape had changed very much, and the amount of breweries in North Carolina alone had tripled.
To go along with the beer and the games in the tap room is the food.
The food truck scene is fantastic.
A different food truck almost every day.
This really has opened up the door for people here to try, you know, Korean food or New Orleans, you know, food, or, you know, different types of cuisine that maybe they wouldn't try before.
But at the end of the day, it's the beer that keeps bringing them here.
The beer is really good, which always helps, but you know, I just love, you know, it's really nice getting together with old friends and catching up.
We're flattered and we're honored and we're humbled by people visiting.
If you're a parent who's providing an essential service and need childcare options, call our hotline today at 1-888-600-1685. We'll help you find the childcare you need. Brought to you by the Martin Pitt Partnership for Children.
Oh, you did not tell the truth.
That's not true. No, I'm done.
You are not! You said you wanted a light bulb moment, and I'm gonna give it to you. Chicks rule. Girl power! Jerry!
All these years, we should have had a cheerleader on this show.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show!
How am I going to tell her that she can't pick up her children?
How about this? You're not picking up the kids, you're drunk.
We're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day and month are off to a great start so far. So this is graduation celebration month. We are doing a lot of things to recognize and honor the graduates. Fun fact, did you know that Kermit the Frog was awarded an honorary doctorate in amphibious letters from Southampton College? That's true. Do you think Miss Piggy was green with envy? Okay, that was a terrible joke. Anyway, you know what's great though is our next story. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And I think Kermit would jump as well, wouldn't he? Anyway, let's jump into the next story here on the East Daily Download. We'll see you in a little bit.
These days, things like beef, chicken, and pork are rare to find in grocery stores. But supporting local farms is a great way to find meats with no added hormones.
We value healthy eating. We do not think that the hormones and steroids and antibiotics that are being given to animals, particularly cattle, at this time are healthy for people to eat.
Mary Betty Kearney is the owner of New Heroka Natural Farm. She says the meat aisle on your grocery store run might look a little scarce lately, but there's always a supply on the farm.
Yeah, we have noticed that, and I'm speaking with a couple of friends of mine who are in the industry. The main issue that they're seeing is they still have the food, it's the processing plants.
Dr. McCarthy is a chiropractic doctor in Greenville, and he promotes healthy living. Hundreds of meat processing plants have temporarily closed after countless workers tested positive for COVID-19. But Dr. McCarthy says we still have options.
Folks can contact them directly. They will sell to the general public. They sell at the farmers market here in town. They come up, I think it's every Saturday. They both have websites. You can order as much as, a half a cow or a pound of ground beef.
There's also a store at New Heroka Farms where they sell their meats and other local products.
When you come as a customer, you've made an appointment. We like for just one customer at a time to come in our store here at the farm. And then we disinfect after they've left, and then our next customer can come in.
Mary Betty has noticed some changes on the farm since the start of the pandemic.
We've noticed a tremendous increase of our business.
While some people are discovering new ways to support local farmers, Aden resident Barbara Whitehead has been keeping up with her routine for a while now.
We try to support as many local farms and farmers as possible. So our routine for years has been to go shopping maybe once a quarter, buy large quantities of meat, divide it up, and freeze it.
New Heroka Farm never used large processing facilities, but now other farmers are turning to smaller processors to keep up with the demand.
Our processors now do not allow you to go in their facilities at all. You unload, and if you need any extra help, they come out to help you. So their workers are very stringent.
If you've noticed meats like chicken, pork, and beef are scarce, but seafood always seems to be fully stocked, you're not alone.
That's probably a little bit easier than, taking care of a fish because, we could do that. But if somebody dropped a cow off at my house, I'm going to have a hard time butchering the cow up. So that's really the biggest issue is the big processing plants that employ thousands of people. If they're down to hundreds of people working, their production slows down significantly.
We do run specials from week to week at the market, at the Leroy James Market in Greenville, and also at the farm. And we're open during the pandemic from 9 to 6 every day of the week.
For more information on New Heroka Farms, we'll connect you on our website when you go to WNCT.com and click on the Download tab. I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
Many people are eager for Phase 2 of reopening the state of North Carolina. I spoke with local restaurants to see how they're preparing for the phase and the possibility of reopening dining areas.
Going into Phase 2, there's still a lot of question marks for North Carolina.
Parker's Barbecue co-owner Billy Parker says business like his are waiting for more state guidance.
I think every business, whether it's the restaurant business or any retail business, they're trying to figure out what exactly they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
They want to know how to safely open their dining areas.
Most of our tables are pretty easy to move around. We've discussed if we get a certain amount of people and we have to cut off, we have our banquet hall next door.
They're also looking at sanitation and social distancing.
We have somebody contracted separately to clean all of our buildings at night.
Restaurant owners hope to recover some pandemic losses.
We don't have the same volume that we had. We have a big dining room space and the rent is on the high side. So we're gonna have to figure out how can we still be in business in the future.
Easing restrictions depends on the state's current health situation. Continuing to social distance right now can help limit the number of new coronavirus cases in the East. In Greenville, Ariana Kraft, 9 on your side.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. Have a lot of shows still to get to as we continue with graduation celebration month here on the East Daily Download. Now, another fun fact, diplomas, like this is my college diploma. It's framed, like many people do. But did you know that the parchments that are used for graduation for diplomas were originally made from sheepskin? Interesting fact. Okay, you know what else is interesting? This next story here on the East Daily Download. Let's get back to it.
Join 9 on your side in saluting the graduating class of 2020. Congratulations to our graduating class of 2020. Join 9 on your side in saluting the graduating class of 2020 by submitting a photo of the graduate on WNCT.com.
We're the only all-female anchor team in the market. Growing up, I used to watch the news and look for people who looked like me, or look for people that I admired, or people that maybe I aspired to be. Just the fact that we are here, we're doing it, we are hopefully just showing women and girls that you are represented.
I want them to see how normal we are and how genuine we are.
High school seniors are missing out on a lot these days.
We didn't expect this, but I think it's best to make the most out of it. And so, yeah, like, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna let this get me down.
Angel Arias is a senior at Douglas County High School. He's also the owner of a new clothing line,
www.goodbyebrothers.com. So it's just a streetwear brand that I've started.
Angel says he always wanted to design clothes. His parents gave him an embroidery machine 2 years ago, but it collected dust until mid-March when the stay-at-home order went into effect.
I started with the embroidery machine, and I came out with the first collection of hoodies. And with that, I got the money to buy a heat press, and now I'm on the party foul collection.
That's a reference to the coronavirus.
The coronavirus is a party foul.
Not only did he launch a small business in his bedroom and his parents' garage, he decided to give back, donating profits to families in need at the Family Resource Association.
This is the time to help. This is the time to help people. This is the time to maybe not come together, but but to say, you know what, let me be a blessing in your life.
He loves to help people, and he, I think, wishes he could do more than he can. And I'm just so excited that he even, you know, thought as a teenager to even think that way.
Wise beyond his years and ready to press on.
Hey Danielle, we're in Falkland. Tell us a little bit about our Southern Star.
So we're going to meet Sue and Ricky Tugwell. They are active members within the Falkland community, and they have been, Sue's Country Kitchen has been serving the Falkland community for over 40 years.
That is wonderful. Well, let's go into the restaurant and meet our
I'm
Southern
excited.
Stars. Yes.
It has been a mainstay, as most small communities have dwindled in size and dwindled in businesses. They have been here and been consistent, and they have been pillars in the community. This restaurant is like 40 years old.
Working on, well, going my 40th year. It's something I've always wanted to do, so I have stuck behind it on faith, family, friends, and all.
I'm gonna help her as long as she wants to do it. I'll try to talk her out of it, but if she, as long as she wants to do it, I'm gonna try to keep her.
Look, I guess, sir.
Their support for the community ranges, again, from the church to different events, money-raising events, storms, floods. They've been here for all of that, and they've supported the people.
Sue and Ricky, this is Danielle from Southern Bank.
Nice to meet you. I just wanted to say congratulations on behalf of Southern Bank for everything that you do for making our community a brighter place. And I would like to present you with this $100 gift card.
Thank all of you.
And if you know someone in your community making it a brighter place, make your nomination. Go to WNCT.com/stars.
What is this thing?
It's called the Cosmic Staff. It's extremely temperamental. You blew up a car.
I didn't, it did.
Who are you?
Things could get really dangerous. This is our destiny.
I never thought there'd be another Star Man.
Star Girl.
Star Girl, Tuesday at 8 on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you for everything you have done.
Before a patient is able to be worked on, they must rinse with a mixture of half hydrogen peroxide, half water. Before that, patients must have their temperature taken and answer COVID-19 symptom questions prior to entering the building. Workers at the dental practice are also adapting to using upgraded PPE, not just on themselves, but on patients as well. They ask all patients to come in with a mask. They also now provide longer bibs to minimize the risk of anything getting onto clothing.
We're just upping the game a little bit. You know, we've had the surgical Tac 3 mask, we've got the face shields.
We have some N95 masks, if we have certain procedures that require that.
Hygiene assistants also call patients 48 hours after their visit to see if they're experiencing COVID-19 symptoms. But there's more to their preparations that you don't see. To watch my full experience, head to WNCT.com's online originals. Reporting in Jacksonville, I'm Kayla Schmidt, 9 on your side.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. As always, thank you so much. We know you have a lot of choices, and the fact that you choose this show means the world to us, and we always try to bring you the best possible show that we can. As we were talking about this month, it's graduation celebration. This is the tassel that goes on the mortarboard. I wish I had one to demonstrate, but I don't. But did you know that since around 1912, the mortarboard has been thrown into the air to symbolize movement and growth into the future for the graduate. However, that is not without risk, because many people over the years have been injured because they're very sharp when they come down. I remember my high school graduation, they actually forbid us from throwing them up in the air. I think college we could, though. I can't remember that one. Anyway, the tassel, definitely worth the hassle. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next edition of the East Daily Download.
Tomorrow, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, WNCT-9's First Alert Weather Chief Meteorologist will introduce this week's Weather Kid.
That's Kinston, that's Kingsville, that's Jacksonville, that's Newbern.
We'll bring you all kinds of graduation celebration stories and pictures of our local graduates that we're recognizing this month. And since it's Wednesday, we'll have a new Q&A with Angie.
I know a lot of things have been a little different lately because we're still practicing social distancing here at WNCT, so that's why we've been doing more of a personal flow when it comes to these Q&As.
So join us tomorrow for the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.